Donald Trump's Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick was on Capitol Hill today, where he was a witness during a Senate hearing. He was grilled on a number of topics, but most notably, he was grilled about his connections to Jeffrey Epstein because his name appears repeatedly within the Epstein files. Now, previously, Howard Lutnick had stated that he had only one interaction with Jeffrey Epstein in 2005 after purchasing a townhouse in New York City from Epstein. Lutnick said that he was invited by Epstein to take a tour of Epstein's house. Lutnick said he saw a massage table in Epstein's house and was so grossed out at Epstein that he had no interactions ever again. Now, in the Epstein files, we know that there are at least 8 meaningful interactions that seem to be referenced between Lutnick and Epstein after 2005, including a trip in 2012 where Lutnick and another family brought their children to Epstein's island in December of 2012, and shortly thereafter, Lutnick entered into a business transaction where he was essentially business partners with Epstein on a deal. So Lutnick had a lot of explaining to do, and to me, his explanations were terrible during this Senate hearing, and he needs to resign immediately. Let me show you what went down when Howard Lutnick arrived at the United States Senate, and you'll see reporters asking him questions before he gave that testimony. Here, play this clip.
People about your interactions with Epstein?
Did you have any financial involvement with Jeffrey Epstein?
Why did you keep contact with Jeffrey Epstein after he pled guilty to sex crimes? Why did you keep contact with Jeffrey Epstein after he pled guilty?
I look forward to testifying today.
Did you mischaracterize your relationship with him? Why did you say you found him gross but still kept in contact with him?
Now let's go into the testimony given by Howard Lutnick. Democratic Senator Van Hollen asked Lutnick, so did you in fact make that visit to Epstein Island in December of 2012, even though you previously stated you had no contact with Epstein since one interaction in 2005?
I think you understand the root of concern here. It's the way you described very emphatically your first encounter with him in his apartment, said you were disgusted, would never have any contact with him again. Did you in fact make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island. That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children, with my nannies and my wife, all together. We were on family vacation. We were not apart. To suggest there was anything untoward about that in 2012, I don't recall why we did it, but
Mr. Secretary.